vamos.
Bueno, vamos con la primera pregunta.
Dice, ¿te gusta bailar?
¿Te gusta bailar? ¿Y qué te gusta bailar?
Bueno, soy un poco joven, entonces me gusta mucho la electrónica, pero por ser latina, bailo salsa, bailo vallenato. No soy muy fanática, pero lo disfruto en fiestas sociales.
Ay, súper bien, Jessica. A ver, vamos con la segunda.
Bueno, esta dice, ¿cómo te ves en 3 o 10 años? Uno de mis propósitos personales siempre ha sido tener familia. Soy madre, cabeza de familia, tengo un hijo pequeño y me encantaría que mi hijo tuviera un núcleo familiar y obviamente un esposo que haga el rol de padre para mi hijo. Claro está, si la persona quiere, y es algo pues que se comparte en ese momento cuando uno conoce a la persona.
Claro que sí, súper bien. Bueno, vamos con la tercera pregunta, Jessica. Vamos muy bien.
Suponiendo que ya estás en una relación, ¿cómo sorprenderías a tu pareja? Wow. Bueno, esta pregunta es muy interesante. Soy una mujer muy detallista y un poco apasionada en el ámbito ahora. Entonces me imagino una cena romántica, una noche muy sensual para mi esposo o futuro esposo y con detalles y mucho cuidado para él.
Excelente. Bueno, Jessica, la última pregunta. Es que esta ya lo dijo. ¿Te gustaría tener hijos? ¿Cuántos? Entonces vamos con otra. ¿O te gustaría tener más de pronto?
No lo sé. Esto es algo que podemos responder en una próxima entrevista.
Bueno, Jessica va a responder esta pregunta a la persona que le envíe un mensaje. Ya saben, Jessica, esta hermosa mujer, y bueno, ahí quedamos en sintonía.
Gracias. Esta noche me encuentro con otra hermosa mujer que está inscrita con nosotros en la agencia matrimonial. Su nombre es Kelly. Kelly es un perfil nuevo, todavía no tiene ID, pero cualquier cosa nos pueden preguntar por ella. Hola Kelly, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, muchas gracias. Bueno, Kelly, vamos a hacer una pequeña actividad donde tú vas a sacar 3 preguntas y me las vas a responder. ¿Listo?
Perfecto.
Léeme la pregunta.
¿Qué 3 deseos le pedirías a una lámpara mágica?
A ver.
Bueno, el primero podría ser encontrar un buen hombre para compartir mi vida. El segundo podría ser viajar, me gustaría mucho conocer lugares nuevos. Y el tercero, poder formar un hogar.
Súper buenos deseos. A ver, ¿qué otra pregunta te sale?
¿Eres de mente abierta o eres más conservadora? La verdad, pues como por los valores y las cosas que me enseñaron en mi familia, soy un poco más conservadora.
So, good evening, everybody. It is finally Wednesday evening again, and we are in the Latin show. Let me introduce you. My name is Maria, for the ones who don't know me, and I'm your host for tonight and in charge of the Colombian offices here. And yeah, wow, what was going on? You have seen the last show we did from Medellin, kind of in the middle of the tour. We were still preparing and organizing and doing everything with the tour clients. Now, there's still some in Medellin from that tour. One actually decided to live there and get an apartment and not leave so soon. So yeah, you're not only falling in love with the woman, you might also fall in love with the culture, with the city, with everything. He actually got a motorbike and an apartment and now is going to stay there. So crazy things happen in one tour. I will talk about that tour. So what going to talk about? So let's start a little bit with that. So I'm going to talk about tonight, obviously, about the tours, our last tours, the upcoming tours next year, this year, what you have to know. If you have any questions, please let me know. This is for you, this show, so you can just send any questions in here live. I'm trying to answer as many as I can. I cannot see the actual comments below the video, but I do see some of your questions get into my live webcast question admin thing here, and so then I can see your question, enter them. What else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about how to get into Colombia, the travel restrictions, if there are any travel restrictions, or what you can and have to do to come to us and meet and do and find hopefully your Colombian wife. And what else? So we do about the traveling our last tour. We have some testimonials from the last tour. Some of the guys were so nice and gave us an interview. We do have some interviews of the women. We always interview them in the office or also on the social. So you guys always love that very much because you get a better idea from the women and how they are, and they talk a little bit about more about themselves than just in their profile. So yeah, for me it has been a while as well. It feels like a summer break here, but we weren't really in break. We weren't doing a lot of things. We had 2 tours, as I said. I did go to Germany, visit my family. I spent 2 weeks in Germany. I did go on a matchmaking dating conference in England, which is always great to find mind-liked matchmakers and to improve the whole dating scene. That is what this is all about and what we do. And what else? We had the Medellin tour. We have quite a few executive and elite club clients. I'm going to talk about that a lot as well. So there was a lot of things going on in August, September, in the last couple of months. So I'm happy to be back here on the show. And what else? So let's start maybe with the travel overview. So for the ones who would like to come to Colombia, get a better idea how to get here, what is my recommendation. So first of all, it's quite easy to get here. You basically now there are no restrictions to travel. It doesn't matter if you're vaccinated, not vaccinated, you can come to Colombia. So that is the good news. For the not vaccinated ones, you do need to have a COVID test. It can be a PCR or an antigen test to enter the country, but you can enter without no problem. You just need to do the test. The PCR test is up to 72 hours prior to the travel, and the antigen is up to 48 hours prior to your travel. And for the vaccinated ones, you don't need to have a test. You can just go, and all of you need to fill out still this check migration form. It's called check migration form. You can Google that. If you need any help, you can also write us an email. We have a tutorial video set up to fill out that form. It is not that difficult. You need like 15-20 minutes to fill that in, but it has some tricky things in it because some things are not well translated. You can translate the form you can fill out in English, and some words are translated from English to Spanish, but not everything is perfectly translated. But if you need help, as I said, no problem. This form you fill out 1 day prior to your flight, so you don't have to worry about that now. If you fly next week, just 1 day prior before you get to the airport, you can fill that out online. And that's basically it. What I would really recommend you is that you start planning your travels again with a little bit ahead of time. I know that the COVID, the pandemic, everything did make travel a little bit more, like for some people more difficult, and some people do not like to plan ahead and just jump in the plane and go. We have that happening a lot, and that is no problem. You can do that if you just come on a individual tour or on individual introductions. That is no problem. But if you want to be part of our group tours, I really do recommend you to start planning with time ahead. And also in general, I recommend you to reserve reserve your airplane tickets again with time ahead, because the airlines have changed the prices. I don't know if it's Eric Lee around tonight. Eric Lee, hi, in case you are. Eric always helps us with the current airline prices, but it was very, very cheap to go, for example, from Miami to Colombia. It's still not that expensive, but it does get more expensive, and especially now last minute. Like the airlines know now that there's a high demand. They had a lot of losses in the last 2 years when the pandemic hit, so they have obviously to recover, and not only the airlines, the hotels, everything. Then we have the inflation. We definitely feel that here. We feel that in all the prices, everything is get higher in the touristic part and tourist demand. We know that energy, etc., is getting more expensive. So make sure that if you can reserve your spot, A, with us on time, and B, with your airline on time, and with us on time as well, because we also have to reserve the hotels for you. And if you sign up very last minute, it is full. Everything is full. I was making quite a lot of pressure now to everybody on this upcoming Cartagena tour, because really everything is booked out. The hotels are booked out, and if we want to have a group, like with the whole group in the same hotel, we have to reserve about 20 rooms for 7 days. So not all the hotels have that available very last minute. So we do have to make our reservations on time. And if you don't make your reservations on time, we cannot do that for you. And so for next year, so I'm getting ahead of myself, but for next year we have 7 tours in Colombia coming up. I think it's a lot more in total Latin America. We have in every country 2 tours per year. Usually in Colombia we have 7 tours per year, because we have 3 offices. We do Medellin 3 times, Cartagena and Barranquilla we do twice per year. So that is why our tours are very sold out, because the dates are limited dates. You cannot come on that group tour any time of the year. As I said, it's only twice per year per city. So if you want to be part of that, what you probably see here in the background, the socials are only on the tours. We never do socials outside of the tours. So if you want to be in the social experience, then definitely sign up for one of those tours, because you can only live that experience if you're part of that tour. And being on a social is a fantastic experience. For most of the clients, it's something they never have experienced in their life. And some of them even say it's life-changing. It is a life-changing experience. So I hope you will find out for yourself at some point. It is a lot of fun. We always enjoy the socials. We always enjoy the tour in general. So I'm jumping right in the next point of my day. It's the tours and our Medellin tour. But let me check 1 second if you already sent any questions in, so that I can start answering your questions, because I imagine you have some. So let's see. Dante Earl. Hi, Dante. Hi. Maria, hello from Barrow, Alaska. How does AFA decide which women are viable for the agency? Do the women already have visas? Dante and we were talking yesterday, and I said, Dante, say hi if you're on the show tonight, and you were the first one to write. Hi. Dante, good question. So how are the women viable for the agency? In general, we decide that most women are viable for the agency. Usually they have to have certain criteria. One criteria is that they are over 18, obviously. They have to be adults. Here, 18, if you're 18, you're an adult. I know in the United States you have to be 21, but here it's 18. So she has to be at least 18 years old, and usually maximum 50. But sometimes we have women with 55, 57, 58 who also get on the website, but usually it's 18 to 50 to get an idea. Then usually we try to find women who are professional, who have a job, who speak hopefully another language. If they can speak English, that is obviously a big plus. Then we look for women who are obviously divorced, separated, they are single, right? Divorced or single women, because they cannot get married if they were not divorced, right? And then if they have not a lot of children, if she has no children or 1 child, this is usually, sometimes obviously we have women with 2 children as well, sometimes even 3, but most of our women on the website you will see have no or only 1 child. In Latin America it might be more, because in Latin America it's generally a culture which has a lot of children, or which not so much has a lot of children, but women have at young age already a child. This is very normal, but they might have one or two. It's not that it's kind of a prejudice that there are so many children in Latin America. That is not true. There are still families which are big, but most families nowadays have 1, 2, or maximum 3 children. So yeah, that is the criteria. And then obviously once we get to know the woman a little bit more, we interview them, most of them in the office, some of them also online, depends how it is, sometimes on the phone. And then obviously once you go on a date, or when somebody went on a date with her, we get like a better impression what really indeed is that woman about. So but generally that is what we do, check in the woman, or the woman have to register with her ID, her passport or her Colombian ID, any of the two. So all women profiles are verified. We look that she is the same on the photos, like the same in her ID. The photos are all real. She's not fake. She's not a fake profile. She's not fake photo. She has not taken the photos out of the internet and just sent them to us. No, we verify. Then we also verify if she has been on any other websites, for example, any other added website, as can be added websites like webcam porn or whatever. So we check OnlyFans, things like that. We check that she's not on there. And that are basically the different parts of filter we do when we subscribe a woman, right? So yeah, next questions and next highs. Let's see. Good evening. Sharon is saying, good evening, Maria. Hi, Sharon. Greg. Hi, Greg. Good evening, Mark. Hi, Mark. Nice that you are here. Evening, Maria. Jeff. Hi, Jeff. How have you been? I have been very good. How is everything with you? Luis, Maria, I have a question. Yes, why have prices have increased next year tour? So we have increased the prices because it is very necessary to increase the prices because everything, as I told you, is very expensive now in tourism parts. Everything is more expensive. The transportation, the drivers, the translators, the hotels, the supplies for the hotels, the energy, etc., etc. So everything is more expensive in general. And our expenses for the tour are very, very big. Like if you see what the socials cost, what all the stuff, all the attention, everything around, as I said, the translators, everything, the traveling of the stuff, the accommodations, etc., the hotel is a lot of money, and we want always to be able to provide you the best experience. I want to be able to provide you with a great hotel. I want to provide you with a great venue. I want to provide the woman with a great experience when they are on the venue, with great drinks, great food. And if we do not raise our prices, then we will not be able to offer that value for you and for everybody else who is involved in that tour. So it was necessary to raise the prices. And yeah, I'm looking forward that next year, hopefully not only that, we also will try to have bigger groups, bigger AFA tour, more women even on the socials. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think most of you would agree. And if you see that you get unlimited introduction for the whole week, you can go on as many dates as you want. I think the price is a very, very competitive price if you see what the competition is charging in general. McKissick, buenas noches, mis amigos. ¿Qué están haciendo? McKissick, great, your Spanish. Buenas noches, amigo. We are getting here in your questions, and you're having more, McKissick. Among successful clients, what's the breakdown? Those who use the K1 get married first and do the K3 route, I-130 route. McKissick, most of our clients do the fiancé, the K1 visa first. They do it, not first. It's not that you do one first and then you do the other. No. Sometimes it is, if you have done the fiancé twice, you cannot do it anymore. Then you can just do the spousal once. But usually, like I would say 80-90% go for the K1 visa. It's not so many who go for the other one. Although I see right now that more men also would like to have a visa in Colombia, has a lot of advantages if you have a visa here. So obviously it makes maybe also sense to get married here in Colombia. We actually had a marriage yesterday here in Colombia. One couple decided to get married here. They met actually on the Barranquilla tour in February this year, and they got married yesterday. And so here in Colombia, as I said, and so they're going to do the other the spousal visa. But generally, most clients do the K1 visa. Hi, Ron. Hi, Ron. Hi, Maria. This is Ron from the most recent Medellin tour. Hi, Ron. It was nice to meet you, and it was a really, really beautiful tour. I'm get to go more in the tour. Let me see what the other questions are. Guys, you are active here. That is wonderful. I'm happy that you are asking so many questions. Sharon, what do I need to come to Colombia? Do I need a passport? Yeah, Sharon, that is the first thing. If you leave the United States and you go to another country, you always need a passport. And then you need to fill out a form. It's called Check Migration Form. If you need help, you can just send us an email, afacolombia7@gmail.com. And then you can get help with that in case, and I can send you a tutorial video. And that's it. If you're vaccinated, you don't need any proof except your proof of vaccination. If you're not vaccinated, you need a COVID test before you enter. So, let me see what else you are. Do I go about getting a translator to be me at the events? Sharon, the translators are included with the event at the social nights. At the 2 nights in the evening, you have both nights the translator included. If you want to keep on using a translator throughout the week, then you would have to pay extra for that. And Mark is saying, I feel like these Colombian tours wouldn't work for me due to the language barrier. Mark, you would be surprised how many clients do not have a language knowledge of Spanish and are very successful in the dating in Colombia. Of course, you would have to have the motivation at some point to learn the language, and she would have to have, hopefully, the motivation to learn English. So that is not a thing forever. I would definitely agree with you. It's great to learn the language and to be able to communicate fluently. But believe me, I have seen it over and over and over and over again that men who do not speak Spanish and women who do not speak English still are able today to communicate, to be happy, to fall in love. And thanks as well a lot to our translation tools nowadays, the phone. You can, with Google Translate, you can do so much. It's even sometimes depends what phone you have. If you have an Android phone, it can even translate inside the WhatsApp app without even going out and in. So today, communication language barrier is not such a big barrier really anymore. And you will laugh, you really laugh, but I was surprised. I think it was on the Medellin tour in June this year, if I remember right. We were sitting in the hotel in the coffee in the terrace of the hotel in front of the office, and there was a couple sitting, and at some point they said hi to me and said, "Hey Maria, you are here on the tour?" I said, "Yeah, I'm here." "And you're not part of the tour, but you're having a Colombian girlfriend?" "Oh, that is my wife." I said, "This is your wife, but I see you talking on the phone." "Yeah, we were married for 4 years, but she did not learn yet and I didn't learn, and we're still communicating with the phone." So wow, after 4 years and after 4 years being married still, and it worked out for them. As I said, it's not a thing I would do for 4 years. I would definitely learn the language, and I would say you need like 6 months to 1 year to be able to learn the language and to be able to be kind of fluent and communicative, like maybe not totally fluent, but on a good level. And if she does that, and I would just pay her some English classes. If you have somebody you had a connection with, put her into English classes afterwards. You anyway have to do a 6 month to 1 year long distance relationship, so you can just put her in English classes and she can learn, you can do some Spanish, and you will be fine. But Mark, believe me, don't find more excuses, come over, it will work even if you don't speak Spanish. ETC, grateful for you guys and this wonderful option. I'm passport ready. That is great, ETC. You can come anytime. You could come even next week if you want, on individual introductions. If you say, I want to go to Barranquilla and I would just to go and I'm staying a week, or I'm staying 4 days and I would like to go on 2 or 3 dates, that is obviously possible. We do that all year long. We can all year long organize dates for you. As I said, what we don't do all year long are the social events. That is only twice per year. But if you want to go on individual introductions, we can do that all year long. And yeah, I'm looking forward. I hope you're going to come soon. So let's see. There are more questions of you. James is asking, Hi Maria, my name is James. I live in Arlington, Mass. This will be my second tour to AFA. I will be going to Barranquilla. Yay, James, that will be great. I love Barranquilla. For the very first time, this will be my 11th time in Colombia. Wow, so you know the country very well. Most of the years that I was gone was for Bogota for most of the years. I'm looking forward going on the tour. We're going on March 2nd to March 15th. That is great. You're going to do the 13, 14-day option. That is amazing, guys. I always say it, if you can do, the longer you can go, the better. The longer you can stay in the country, the better. Because you're going to have more time to spend with her, to learn about the culture, to learn about the different women, and to deepen really the connection you have found. I cannot wait. I cannot go to the Ukraine because of the war. I didn't have any bad time, and did not have any bad time over my years going to Colombia. Yeah, Colombia is a beautiful country. I will see you in Barranquilla in 2023 on the very first trip. And I hope to see you in 2023. Cannot wait to meet with you. James, that is fantastic. We're looking forward to meet you. I'm looking forward to meet you. I will be in Barranquilla, and that will be great that you took, it is great that you took the decision to come, and I know you will be having a lot of fun and you will be having a lot of great connections. So let's talk a little bit about connections and what was happening in our last tour, and then we're going to get into some of our testimonials from our clients as well, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming tour. But so last Medellin tour, what was going on? How was it? It was a quite big tour. It was 2 beautiful social nights. We had a really good time. I liked the venue in which we were in the last couple, the second time we were in that venue. We were in a similar one like 3-4 years ago. And I really like it. It's really cozy. The woman, I don't know if you see it in the background right now, but it is a good lighting, beautiful atmosphere. And the women feel very comfortable. The drinks are good. The service is great. I really like it. The women enjoyed it. We had a dance floor. I don't know if you see everybody dancing right now. We did our games. We did the modeling. We did the ball game. For the guys, this is always a lot of fun, all those games as well, because you get a little bit closer with the whole culture. You're not just, in the beginning, you're just sitting at the tables and you talk at the tables, but the games in the middle are just a fun way just to do something different. And as I said, get a little bit more in touch with the woman on a different, not only sitting and talking, if not like moving, having fun, smiling, trying, playing. And I really always like that very much. I think everybody had a really good time. City tour, you saw some of our footage already in the last show we did, where we showed you some footage from the city tour. Kurt and Mary, for example, Kurt and Mary, they started a relationship. They decided that on the tour, they're doing great. Kurt gave us another interview, I think, on the social, and he came with Mary at the end now, a couple of days ago in the office, and to talk to Manuela again, and we're going to show you that with her and Mary, with him and Mary and Manuela, probably next time. On that current tour, we had from I think 14 clients, we have already more or less 7 couples matched, half, which is amazing because this is just after 7 days or 10 days, right? So usually it takes a couple of months, like you usually have a lot of good connections on the tour, and then usually you go home and then you talk to different women. And after 2 or 3 months, you figure out maybe who you have the most connection with, you come back, and then you start a relationship. But on this tour, everybody was already very focused, very clear. They want to be serious. They want to find that special one. And yeah, we had quite a couple after the 7 days who went back and already knew that they wanted to focus on that one. Then we had a couple of more of the 10-day clients, and the 3 more days they stayed. More relationships started to go, and more women started to focus that I don't want to go with anybody else on a date, and the man the same. So obviously they're just getting to know each other. Everything is very fresh, but I think there are really good couples coming out of that tour. It was a very harmonious, nice tour. We had a great group of guys. I don't know, guys, if you're watching, lots of greetings. It was a pleasure to meet you. Lots of you were watching the videos, so I assume that you're watching maybe tonight again. I love that the videos help so much. You always tell me that when you come on the tour, when you meet me, you tell that all of us that the videos help you, that this is great. So for us, this is beautiful to hear. And we had a really good time in Medellin. Medellin. We did the Guatapé tour. I think we're going to show you an interview with David just in a second in Guatapé. We did dancing, the Chiba party bus. It was an active and very fun week. And yeah, as I said, the beautiful thing is not that it only was fun and we did have a great time. If not like really beautiful couples, beautiful relationships, beautiful people have met on that tour. So that is really, really nice. Unfortunately, we cannot film all of you all the time. If not, I would show you so many more couples. So, but it is beautiful for us to see behind the scenes what is going on and what's happening in the background. Same is, we're going to get in the interviews now, but same as with our executive clients. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But we have quite a few who really decide to go really serious. We have some who really go totally full in, not only Colombia. They want to do all Latin America. We have a special program there, not only the Colombian Elite Club, but not the whole executive service in whole Latin America, which lots of you decided to do this year. And some of you traveled now in August. I was in Cartagena with you, and we were in Barranquilla and Medellin. So lots of you are meeting, lots of video calls going on as well. So I think it's a great time for love right now. And if you're watching that, we're getting to the end of the year. There's still time to find that special one. We have Cartagena coming up, and even if Cartagena is already booked out, you can always come on a individual tour called the Latin Club. You can do that any time of the year. The Latin Club includes up to 20 dates per week in 7 days, 10 days, or 14 days are the different options. The price starts from $1,495. And you have the airport pickup included and obviously the matchmaking with us. So that is something, if you decide you want to do this year, you can do this. We have right now a Latin club in Barranquilla. And so we have one, I think, leaving Medellin right now as well. I think it was the last day today in Medellin. So we have clients, even if the tour is over, all the time. And so if you decide, okay, this looks fantastic, I really want to go, I cannot make it on the tour dates, or the tour dates are sold out already, come on an individual one and just try. And I would like to show you some of our guys, of our men, who were like you, sitting at home, watching the videos, some for a longer time, some for a very short amount of time, but they were like you, not knowing what to do, if that's the right option. And I can assure you, you will have always a great time. Like, even if you don't find the love of your life, because obviously you have to make the right connections, and the people for that we are here and we try to help you to do that. But even if you just come and experience a different country, a different culture, different language, different food, different dances, different colors, different smell, different everything, friendly people, great climate, beautiful cities. So it is, even if you just come on a vacation, it's totally worth it. So I will do a quick break here, but I will leave you with our testimonials from Kurt from the social. As I said, Kurt is in a relationship now with Mary. We're going to see him hopefully a little bit more. David is a dear friend, dear client since 5 years already. And David has been in Medellin on that trip, and so he came with us to Guatapé, and so we're going to see him in Guatapé. And Richard, he was part of the 10-day tour. I think he stayed total 16 days. He's going to be back next month as well. That's the other great thing. Lots of you, all of you from the Medellin tour are planning to come back like already next month. So that is amazing too. And Richard came to the office to Manuela. He also found that special one. He, after 8 days, 9 days, he's telling his experience is focusing on one girl, on Claudia. And so we wish obviously all these couples who just met all the best. And I will show you now those 3 testimonials, and then I'll be back, and then at the end I show you 3 new women who came to our social, where we also did interviews with them. So see you in a couple of minutes.
Okay, tonight we are with Cor. Hi Cor, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing, Manuela?
I'm great.
Good.
Okay, Cor, tell us, this is your first time in Colombia?
Right. It is my first time in Medellin, having a great time here. People are wonderful. It's a beautiful city. Really enjoy it, and having just a great time and meeting all these men, and the women are amazing.
Oh, that is great. I know that you speak Spanish. Do you think that is a big advantage that you have?
It is for me. I know not everybody speaks Spanish, but I'm able to be more conversational, and it flows a lot better. So there is a good connection immediately. Yeah,
that is great. So tell us a little bit about what do you think about the Colombian girls so far?
very feminine, lovely women, attentive, very kind. They care, they listen. They're very family focused, and that is a wonderful thing. And they're passionate. They love really purely. So it's amazing. So different than what I'm used to. So it's been they're just tremendous, and they're beautiful, and they're very intelligent, and they know what they want. So wonderful women.
That is great. I'm happy that you think that about us. And also, I want to ask you, this is your this is your second night for a social night. So how is everything so far?
You guys have put on a great event, very organized. You guys have great translators, and they're wonderful to help us kind of get through. Because as men, we just see the beauty. We have to get into the heart and the mind, and they're wonderful that way. And it's just beautiful, and everybody's having a great time. And the women are so nice, and they're having a great time. They're meeting a lot of other women, and we get to know each other as men. And it's just a wonderful event that is something that happens once in a lifetime. And I say take advantage of it. Get out here.
And one advice for the gentlemen that they want to visit Colombia and they want to meet a Colombian girl.
Stop writing. Just come out there. Put the credit card down and come out here. You're wasting money writing. Meet these women face to face.
That is important, that you came here and you met these beautiful girls, right?
Very happy. Very, very happy.
Thank you so much for everything.
I appreciate it.
Hello guys, well we are here again in Guatapé, September 25th, right? Hi, hello David, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm so glad that you are here in this moment. I would like to know, how do you feel, how have been your experience in this great tour?
Everything's going great. This tour de Guatapé is fantastic. It's a once of a lifetime experience. I urge you, if you come here, it looks like a lot of walking, a lot of steps, and I'm not going to lie, it is, but it was definitely worth it to get to the top. Take it on as a personal challenge. It's really, you'll feel like you really have made an accomplishment.
Okay, this is your first time here, right?
Yes, this is my first time here in Medellin, Colombia. It's beautiful here. Today the weather is perfect. It's been raining a little bit this week, but thankfully for this outing today, the weather held up.
Nice. I know that you also have visited Cartagena, Barranquilla, some of the coast city.
Yes, I've been to Barranquilla, Cartagena, and Santa Marta in the past. Medellin is my first time here again, and it's a new experience. I urge you to come down and check it out for yourself.
Okay, so you recommended to visit Colombia.
Absolutely, visit Colombia. Come down as many times as you can. There's so many different places. This is the land of the paisa, and you gotta check it out here. You gotta try the food. Every city's a different experience, and like I said, you definitely need to come and check this out.
So now you can make a difference between the Costa women's and here like paisa, because we know that you maybe would try with some dates.
Yeah, every experience, every city's different. I think the women are different in each city. I really can't say one is better than the other.
Of course.
But
that makes a problem.
That's right. But you have to come down and experience it for yourself. It's great to watch the videos on YouTube and check out the webcasts every other Wednesday. But to be here in person it's totally different.
Totally different.
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you very much, David, and thanks for trusting us and enjoy again with us. Okay. See you guys. See you here in Colombia.
Take care.
And I'm with Richard right now. Hi, Richard. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. Okay, Richard was one of the clients that we had during the tour. Richard, tell us a little bit your experience during the tour here in Medellin. How was everything for you? This was your first experience. So tell us a little bit, how was that?
It was very nice. It was very organized. We got to meet lots and lots of women, lots of very nice women. And overall, it was very well run, very organized. A lot of attention to personal detail.
Okay, that is great. And what kind of things you do during the tour for the clients that they don't know nothing about us? How was everything? Like, how was the first social? How was the second social? Is different one social to the other one?
The first social was nice. Lots of very pretty women came. They were all very nice. We had an interpreter with us. For those of us who could not speak Spanish very well, The second tour was, I think, a little bit better because it was on a Saturday. The women had more time prepared. They didn't come directly from work. But both tours were very, very nice. We did a lot of dating afterwards. We picked various women from the socials that we'd like to meet. The office set appointments up. We had anywhere between 2 and 3 dates a day. And there was also other events. There was a city tour. There was a bus tour for dancing. But it was very, very nice.
And how was Guatapé? Like the town that is out of the city?
I actually did go to Guatapé.
Oh, okay.
Because I had dates that day. What I was going to do is make a separate tour just by myself and the woman that I am dating now.
Okay, that is right. You have to do it because it's a beautiful town.
I hear it is the best. I've read all about it. I have to go there.
Okay, and after the social, after the whole event, you had the opportunity to meet a lot of girls. In the end, I want to know if you find a special one, a girl that you say like, okay, I connect very well with her. I feel great with this girl.
Yes, I did. She's very nice. I've been dating her for a while now. We're seeing each other every day. And so far, things are great.
And since the beginning, when you saw her, you knew that you feel that connection with her, or how was everything?
It was very much that when I saw her right away, we both kind of connected immediately.
Oh, that is great. And she was during the first night or during the second?
The second night, I saw her the minute I walked into the room.
That is great. And after the social, how is everything going with her? Like, you go in dates? What are your plans for the future?
Well, we've been going on dates. We've been seeing each other every day. I think tonight she's going to bring her daughter down to meet me. She's 14. I leave on Monday, so today's Friday. I leave on Monday. Then I'll be back in November. I'll stay for 10 days.
And what do you think about Colombia so far?
Colombia is really, really nice. Medellin is really nice. It was a little rainy because it's the rainy season. Traffic is a little bit heavy, but the food is fantastic. The cost of living here is very low. You can go to any good restaurant where I find the food is better than in most American restaurants for about half the price. It's just the people. I mean, they're so nice. Every time you see someone in an elevator, you're walking on the street, everyone always says good day or good evening to you. Everybody's just very nice.
Okay, that is very sweet. I think that as Colombian, I think that we are very friendly and we like to make everybody feel like this is your home, like we are going to be there for help you.
I agree with you. The fact that in Medellin there's so many Americans living here that we're actually in the American part right now. Most of the people around here are speaking English. You feel very much at home. It's a very comforting setting.
Richard, if you can give to the clients that are seeing this video an advice, would be what kind of advice?
Don't waste your time, come now.
That is great.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Richard, for your time, and I hope that everything with Claudia works perfectly.
It will, thank you.
So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our interviews, our testimonials from Kurt, from Richard, and from David. David was waiting for so long to come to Medellin. He has been trying. I think he got sick at some point and couldn't go on one of the Medellin tours. So he was so happy that he could come this time. And it was really nice seeing you, and as I said, meeting all of you. Richard is very happy, and Richard came, as you saw in the office, telling his experience as well. And thank you guys so much for participating in that and being part of AFA, of your story, and that we can be part of your story. That is a real pleasure and a real honor for us. And you guys are having some questions I'm seeing here in the webcast. It seems there was a confusion with the vaccination or no vaccination and the test. So to enter Colombia, if you are vaccinated, doesn't matter how many times, 2 times is the minimum. If you're vaccinated twice, you do not need any COVID test. If you vaccinated less than twice, then you need a COVID test. If you vaccinated only once, or if you're not vaccinated at all, you do need a COVID test. But if you are vaccinated twice, you don't need anything. If you're vaccinated in booster, of course, you don't need anything. So no problem with that. So I think you were asking that. Maria, Mark is saying, Maria, I'm fully vaccinated and double boosted. Mark is saying, I think Maria was saying you need a COVID test if you're not vaccinated. Exactly, that's what I was saying. And then No Edit is asking, do we need a test for COVID to get into Colombia? No, if you're vaccinated, not. And then Mark is saying it is the end of 22 and I'm 2022 and I'm still single. I must not be worth anything to anyone. Mark, I do not think that is the truth, but I have not seen you here in Colombia this year. So we could not help you to find someone. So I'm 100% sure that if you come here, you will be finding somebody and you will be having a great experience and you're going to make good connections. So when, maybe you can leave me that in the comment, when will be the time you will be coming to Colombia? Let's make it fixed, make it a fixed date, lock it in, come here, and I assure you, you're not going to be single for a long time. So yeah, hopefully you take the decision and we're looking forward to be here to meet you. And Steve, hey Steve, watching this is making me miss all the guys from the tour. Huh, Steve? Hi. Steve, again, I was at the recent Medellin tour. You have to go. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Yes. And thank you, Steve, for your comment. Definitely, it is, in my opinion, it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You can go twice, but it's actually something which is really not very common, and that is why I really encourage you to come next year. I hear that some of you are talking about the price raise again, and guys, it's really, I would not tell you that it's worth it. We do so much for you. The tours are a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Those socials are a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's a lot of work. We work a lot of hours, and as I said, everything is increasing here. All the prices getting a lot higher here. All the hotels charge 30-40% more than what they charged before the pandemic. So we have to be able to, as I said, deliver you the same value or even more value than what you had or what you are used to. And I want to be able to accommodate you in good hotels and to have nice venues. I would like to have the venues in the best neighborhoods and would like to be able to pay for the woman the drinks, etc., etc. So there's a lot of expenses and that whole thing going on, and I really wanted to be that once-in-a-lifetime experience, that special experience, and I think it's worth every dollar. So I hope you get animated for next year, and yeah, I hope to see you soon next year. I think it is an amazing experience. You will not have regrets, I hope. So let's see, grateful for you guys. ATTC, I read that already. Chuck, thanks for the webcast. I see the Colombian socials have tables of ladies with one guy. I prefer the free for all socials AFA had in Ukraine, no tables. Can you replicate the Ukraine social for the upcoming Colombia tours? Better way to meet the woman I want to meet. I do not think, Chuck, we're going to do the same Ukrainian format. I do think the Ukrainian format is great, but when most of the men who have been on the Ukraine and who come to our tour in Colombia say in the beginning they don't really like it. It's like you saying, okay, I want to do it like in the Ukraine, but once you realize how the system is, I think it's actually a lot more effective, better. You really meet all the women, they all meet you, and you do meet women you would not usually meet, and you're kind of forced on a certain time manner to move, which makes you really meet 130, 120 women per night. And I do think in the Ukrainian one, you do have a lot of women there, but I'm not sure that you speak to so many women at night time. I think you speak maybe to 10, 12, 15 women, and that's it. So I would prefer, if we can, that we leave it. We're working on the logistics, because obviously at some point, if we're going to grow the tours and get bigger and bigger, we might have to change to the Ukrainian format, because that is probably more from the logistic, the more thing what we can actually handle, because with the speed dating we have just a certain amount of time per evening we can do, and if I have 50 tables, I cannot do 10 minutes speed dating at every table, because that evening is not long enough, right? So at some point, depends, I would have to see if I have to change the format, but if I can, I would love to keep it as it is, because I do like the speed dating format, how we do it here. But as I said, and I do think the other one is great too, and I think in the Ukraine there are a lot of great socials and meetings as well, and so I do think both have definitely positive aspects in them. So, but I will try, if we can keep on the speed dating what we do here, and if not, we will change to the format, to the Ukrainian format. What about if the man going there does not speak English? No problem, Phil. As I said, if you said Phil Collins fan, okay, no problem, Phil Collins fan. I love Phil Collins. He's great. So if you don't speak any English, if the man going there does not speak English, okay, no problem. Then you speak or a different language, or maybe you speak French, or maybe you speak Spanish. But if you speak Spanish, then you anyway, for the social events, you get a assistant. It might be not a translator at that time, but a assistant who helps you with writing down everything on the tables. And if you speak another language, we will try to help you with a translator who speaks your language, right? That would be the idea. And as I said, at some point, it would be good that you maybe learn the language at some point. Or she learns your language. I see the exchange rate Charles is asking is very good now. Yeah, for you it's very good. We can get over 4,500 pesos for $1. Where should two participants exchange, or should always use the US dollars on the tour? Yes, so first of all, it's very cheap for you to go right now to Colombia. As I said, inflation is high. The dollar peso is changing a lot. And right now, if you compare it, before pandemic, $1 was 3,000 pesos. Now $1 is 4,500. Cheap. Exchange dollars. If you take dollars with you and you exchange them in the country, you will get probably 4,100, 4,200 is right now the exchange rate the official currency exchange places give you. At the bank, sometimes it's a little bit better, and where you get the official rate is when you take money out of the ATM. So if you use your credit or debit card, you go to an ATM and take money out, then you get the official rate, but then you pay something at the ATM. Usually it's not a lot. We pay like $5 for every $200 or something we take out. And so if you do that, then you get the official rate, or if you take your dollars cash with you to the country, you can change them in a money exchange, and they give you, I think, 4,100 or 4,200 exchange rate. I think it was 4,150 on the Medellin tour. But still, it's a very, very good exchange rate. Anything over 4,000 is great. I mean, it's just very, it's very in favor for you right now to come to Colombia. Your money goes very far. Sharon, I love watching your videos. That is great, Sharon. I'm planning on attending the tours eventually. That is really great. So let's talk about the upcoming tour next year, and then I would like to next year, and then I would like to show you some of our new women who we interviewed. So for next year, if you think about coming, we have Medellin, January 20. Let me show you, if I can show you my screen, then this is easier. So I hope you can see my screen now. So we have Medellin coming up on January 26th. That will be the first tour. So that tour, the Medellin's one, I don't have to do a lot of publicity. You just see the footage. It's always nice. It's always fun. It's always beautiful. It's just a great city to be in, and there's so many things to do around Medellin. So that is This is Medellin. Then we have Mexico. Then we have Barranquilla, that will be right after the Carnival. So if you want to go to the Carnival in Barranquilla, you should go prior. Before we did the tours prior to the Carnival, and then you could stay longer, but that always kind of coincided with our social event dates, etc. So we put it now behind the Carnival. But if you want to go to the Carnival, you can go prior, and then you can experience the Carnival and maybe stay, and then you come to the tour. So we have Barranquilla on March 2nd until March 8th. Then we have Peru coming up, then we have Costa Rica coming up, and then we have Cartagena coming up in April. So you have January, February, March, April, 2 tours in March, 3 tours in March. You have Barranquilla, Peru, and Costa Rica in March. So there's a lot to choose from in March. Then Cartagena in April, Medellin in June again. Then we have Costa Rica and Peru, and then we have Barranquilla in August, Medellin in September, and then again Cartagena in November in our normal dates. So the first ones to go, and the climate is perfect. It is now high season. It's the dry season in January. You have a little bit of wind. It's beautiful. Medellin is beautiful in January. Barranquilla is beautiful in March. It's a very beautiful time to travel. It's not raining, as I said, and it is a little bit fresher. Cartagena also really nice. It is close to Semana Santa, Easter week, so this is also a good time to travel for next year. And yeah, that's our tour schedule. You can just sign up here. So if you click in any of those, for example, you say I want to do Medellin 10 days, then you just click here, then you scroll down, then you fill in your information, and then you fill in everything. You leave your comment. You can say I want to renew my Platinum membership or not. Then you can just click that out, submit my order, and then you will put your deposit down, which is $475. That is the deposit you have to put down to reserve your spot in the tour. If you scroll down, you see what your tour includes. It includes the socials, 2 fully catered socials, unlimited introductions for the whole time of your duration of the tour. You have the hotel accommodations, usually 4-star hotel, a free daily breakfast, and other amenities included. You have the airport pickup included. You have the everything to the AFA events and bags. You have the city tour. You have orientation and walking tour in the city where you arrive. You have an orientation meeting with me. You get a free month of Platinum membership. You get $50 of Express Mail credit, and you get a fiance visa kit for $90 included as well when you do that. You get even discounts if you want. If you sign up 3 months earlier, you get $100 off discount. If you were a past tour client, you get also $100 off in the Asian tour. And you get a friend referral discount as well if you and your friend go to the tour. So that is the information. You can call us here, 602-553-8178. My extension is 2018, so you can just dial that, and then you put 2018, then you dial the US number, you put after that number 2018, and you come to my extension. Or you can write me an email as well, or you write to Michelle, who will help you with everything related. She is the group tour person, so she will help you with everything related to the tours. And so then I hope to see you next year in one of our beautiful group tours. If you cannot do the group tours, as I said, we have the Latin Club, we have the individual introduction, and we have our VIP services. As I said, we have the Elite Club service, which is a 3 to 4 month program, personalized program with one-on-one matchmaking. If you say, I don't want to have so many women, I don't want to be on those socials, I'm more a private person, I need more help, or I want that somebody really works with me one-on-one, then please let us know. We are really, really happy to do so. The Elite Club is a fantastic program. You have the whole Colombian database included. You can date all over Colombia. You're not just in only one city. If you like somebody in Cali, if you like somebody in Bogota, if you like somebody in Cartagena, no problem. We will find her, we will contact her, we will set everything up for you. You have included video calls, you have in-country translation, in-country assistance, translation of 8 hours per day in the country included. As I said, unlimited introductions, 15 hours of video calls, $500 of correspondence credit, and it takes a couple of months. It's not just a week program, it takes for 3-4 months. Then we have the full executive program, which is like the Elite Club program, but in whole Latin America. So you don't only have Colombia, you have the whole different databases included. So if you want to date Venezuela, if you want to date Mexico, if you want to date Costa Rica, in Colombia, and in Peru, then the whole Latin American executive client services for you. There you have 30 hours of video calls included, $5,000 of correspondence credit, 14 days of traveling plus translation included. It's a whole 6-month program. It's a very great, nice, and program for serious people who want to date in Latin America, who maybe not only want to date in Colombia. If you only want to date in Colombia, then the Elite Club is the smaller package of that and a great service. So yeah, that was, I think, an overview of all the services we have. If you have any questions and if you want to go deeper, just write me an email, as I said, or call me on the Phoenix number here, 602-553-8178, and then my extension is 2018. So I will answer some more of your questions if you have them, and then we go into the interviews with the girls, and then we are about to end our show for tonight already. And Darwin is saying that machismo mentality by men runs rampant in Latin America. Yeah, there is a lot of machismo mentality, unfortunately, here, and it does affect that the woman obviously want to find somebody in a different country, which is good for you, right? That's why we do that. And so hopefully you guys will be able to meet our beautiful ladies who really want to find a good husband, a good man. Yeah, so Mark, when is the time you're going to come? We're looking forward, as I said, and anybody who is looking and thinking, and as I said, if you have any more questions, just reach out to us. We're happy to help you in anything we can to clear your doubts, clear your, anything you have. Like, I know there's a lot of insecurity sometimes when it comes to internationally traveling, dating, etc. So that's why we're here, and that's why we do this webcast, so that you can ask more questions and feel more comfortable, hopefully. So let's get into our beautiful women we have from the Medellin tour. Their IDs, just let me check 1 second that I give you the right names and the right IDs. So we have Jennifer. Jennifer is one of the new profiles. Her ID is 210297. And then we have Julia, 207599. And then we have Sandra with 197996. So, and Carolina, I'm sorry, we have 4. Jennifer, Julia, Sandra, and Carolina. Carolina is 209952. So we show you those, and then I'll be back to say goodbye.
Muy buenas noches, yo me llamo Mariana y estamos aquí en el evento AFA. Estamos hoy con Jessica, que es una nueva integrante de la agencia. Y bueno, le vamos a hacer unas preguntitas. Jessica, ¿cuántos años tienes? ¿Tienes hijos? ¿En dónde vives?
Hola, soy Jessica, tengo 32 años, soy madre de un hijo varón y vamos.
Bueno, vamos con la primera pregunta.
Dice, ¿te gusta bailar?
¿Te gusta bailar? ¿Y qué te gusta bailar?
Bueno, soy un poco joven, entonces me gusta mucho la electrónica, pero por ser latina, bailo salsa, bailo vallenato. No soy muy fanática, pero lo disfruto en fiestas sociales.
Ay, súper bien, Jessica. A ver, vamos con la segunda.
Bueno, esta dice, ¿cómo te ves en 3 o 10 años? Uno de mis propósitos personales siempre ha sido tener familia. Soy madre, cabeza de familia, tengo un hijo pequeño y me encantaría que mi hijo tuviera un núcleo familiar y obviamente un esposo que haga el rol de padre para mi hijo. Claro está, si la persona quiere, y es algo pues que se comparte en ese momento cuando uno conoce a la persona.
Claro que sí, súper bien. Bueno, vamos con la tercera pregunta, Jessica. Vamos muy bien.
Suponiendo que ya estás en una relación, ¿cómo sorprenderías a tu pareja? Wow. Bueno, esta pregunta es muy interesante. Soy una mujer muy detallista y un poco apasionada en el ámbito ahora. Entonces me imagino una cena romántica, una noche muy sensual para mi esposo o futuro esposo y con detalles y mucho cuidado para él.
Excelente. Bueno, Jessica, la última pregunta.
Wow.
Es que esta ya lo dijo. ¿Te gustaría tener hijos? ¿Cuántos? Entonces vamos con otra. ¿O te gustaría tener más de pronto?
No lo sé. Esto es algo que podemos responder en una próxima entrevista.
Bueno, Jessica va a responder esta pregunta a la persona que le envíe un mensaje. Ya saben, Jessica, esta hermosa mujer, y bueno, ahí quedamos en sintonía.
Gracias.
Esta noche me encuentro con otra hermosa mujer que está inscrita con nosotros en la agencia matrimonial. Su nombre es Kelly. Kelly es un perfil nuevo, todavía no tiene ID, pero cualquier cosa nos pueden preguntar por ella. Hola Kelly, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, muchas gracias. Bueno, Kelly, vamos a hacer una pequeña actividad donde tú vas a sacar 3 preguntas y me las vas a responder. ¿Listo?
Perfecto.
Léeme la pregunta.
¿Qué 3 deseos le pedirías a una lámpara mágica?
A ver.
Bueno, el primero podría ser encontrar un buen hombre para compartir mi vida. El segundo podría ser viajar, me gustaría mucho conocer lugares nuevos. Y el tercero, poder formar un hogar.
Súper buenos deseos. A ver, ¿qué otra pregunta te sale?
¿Eres de mente abierta o eres más conservadora? La verdad, pues como por los valores y las cosas que me enseñaron en mi familia, soy un poco más conservadora.
Y eso está bien porque, por ejemplo, aquí las mujeres colombianas tendemos a ser un poquito más conservadoras porque somos como de valores muy familiares. Bueno, a ver, la última preguntita, ¿cuál va a ser?
¿A qué sitio irías a vivir una aventura?
Tu lugar soñado.
En Santorini.
Santorini, súper buena elección. Bueno, Kelly, cualquier cosita, ya saben que nos pueden contactar para ponerse en contacto con Kelly, que ella quiere encontrar un excelente hombre con el cual formar su nueva vida.
Les quiero presentar en esta oportunidad a nuestra bella afiliada Lina, cuyo número de ID es el 208495. Gracias, Lina, por darnos este tiempo.
Sí, muy bien, muy feliz, muy contenta de estar aquí.
Qué buena, Lina, ¿este es tu primer evento?
Primerito. Es que llevo muy poco afiliada, pero muy contenta. Pienso seguir viniendo.
Bueno, ¿y qué te ha parecido esta noche?
Súper, me siento muy contenta porque el acompañamiento ha sido demasiado bueno, personas muy queridas, muy amables, conocer como otros pensamientos, otras culturas, eso me hace muy feliz.
¿Siempre te ha llamado la atención la cultura extranjera?
No, este año yo como que pensé, porque tengo amigas que ya habían venido aquí y se sienten muy contentas de conocer otras personas y otra manera de ver la vida, entonces quería como darme esa oportunidad, por eso lo hice.
Qué chévere, gracias por darnos a nosotros la oportunidad de ser como ese intermediario para que tengas una experiencia totalmente diferente. Lina, cuéntanos un poquito, ¿qué edad tienes tú?
Tengo 39 años.
No, pero luces súper joven.
Gracias.
¿Y tienes hijos?
Sí, tengo un hijo de 17 años.
Ya, un caballerito.
Va a terminar este año el colegio.
Okay. ¿Con quién vives? ¿Qué haces?
Yo vivo en este momento con mi familia, con mi hijo, pues vivimos como en una casa familiar. Yo soy maquilladora profesional, tengo
qué linda.
Tengo un spa de belleza con personas a cargo, soy, se me olvidó, administradora de empresas. Estoy un poquito nerviosa.
Los nervios de la cámara.
Administradora de empresas y decidí hace 5 años, porque trabajé mucho tiempo en el sector financiero, luchar por mis sueños y ahora estoy en ese momento trabajando en lo que me gusta hacer.
Bueno, pero eso es maravilloso porque eres una mujer emprendedora, entusiasta, que tiene sus metas claras. Qué chévere. Lina, y cuéntanos un poquito ¿qué estás buscando? ¿Cuáles son tus expectativas? ¿Por qué estás en Foreign Affairs?
Bueno, primero tenía como mucha curiosidad, conocer personas y culturas, como dije ahorita, pero sí estoy interesada en conocer un hombre diferente. Digamos que una persona como detallista, cómplice, que me ayude a vivir la vida de otra manera, porque me la he pasado trabajando todo el tiempo, entonces quisiera como...
Alguien que te saque de esa rutina.
Sí, una chispa, como algo que me ayude a vivir de una manera...
Estoy viva, estoy aquí, wow, me hicieron sentir, vibrar. Ajá, chicos, ya saben.
Entonces, por eso vine, y como te dije, me quiero dar como la oportunidad de conocer otras personas.
Bueno, y ya que estábamos hablando de chispa, de ese algo que te haga vibrar, ¿qué sería para ti como una aventura ideal? Algo que te saque de esa rutina, de esa monotonía. ¿Qué sería? No sé, algún deporte extremo, algún viaje a un lugar que hayas soñado.
Me gustaría mucho conocer Jamaica, pero nunca he viajado como con mi pareja sola, entonces eso sería como así el plan ideal. Me encanta el mar, entonces me encantaría poder viajar, pero con mi pareja solitos.
Bueno,
miel.
Jamaica. A ver, chicos, ¿quién de ustedes le encanta Jamaica? Que levanten la mano, por favor. Aquí está Lina, le pueden escribir 28495. Bueno, Lina, vamos a hacer aquí, a ver qué preguntita nos tiene el destino para ti. Ya sabemos que te encanta la playa, Jamaica, que quieres algo que te saque de la monotonía. A ver quién por ahí se atreve a hacer algo así. Ajá. ¿Practicas algún deporte o cuál te gustaría aprender?
Ay, no, me tengo que poner más juiciosa en eso. Pues en este momento, la verdad, yo me he dedicado como a trabajar, a intentar como sacar adelante mis cosas personales. Me gustaría no tanto aprender, sino encaminarme como en la vida deportiva, porque siento que me hace falta y más en este momento de mi vida. Y mentiras que sí me gustaría aprender a bucear, eso es un deporte.
Yo hago scuba diving. Te invito a Cartagena. Chicos, ¿quién de ustedes se anima a sacar a Lina de su rutina y hacer como algo diferente? A decir, ven, vamos a hacer, no sé, scuba diving, ya que le gusta el tema del mar, que le encanta tanto, hacer un snorkel, hacer algo diferente. Ya saben que ella puede estar súper dispuesta. Yo te lo recomiendo, la verdad que es una experiencia maravillosa. Bueno, y vamos a cerrar esta entrevista a ver con otra preguntita. Vamos a ver qué más nos traen por ahí. Ajá. ¿Cómo te describen tus amigos y familiares? ¿Puedes decir 3 palabras concisas?
Muy trabajadora, muy amorosa y muy entregada a las personas que quiero. Eso yo creo que sería mi descripción máxima de mi familia.
Maravilloso. Bueno, Lina, muchas gracias por este tiempo, de verdad que sí. Esperamos, así como llegaste a nosotros, que seamos ese intermediario de esa chispa, de alguien que venga a despertarte esas sensaciones, esas cosas diferentes, a vivir experiencias maravillosas. Así que ya saben que Lina está, chicos, aquí esperando por ustedes. Muchas gracias. Gracias, Lina.
Hola, buenas noches. En esta oportunidad nos encontramos con
So we finished with our beautiful ladies, some of our new beautiful ladies, some have been with us for a while, but most of the profiles are quite new from this and last year. And yeah, you could get a little bit better idea what they're looking for, having that special person, that special husband, that special family, finding somebody who values them, respects them, and wants to be with them. This is like what I always hear from the woman, the most biggest wish. And I know you guys, you're looking for the same, so hopefully if you saw your match there, you have seen their ID numbers, you can reach out to them. If you don't know how, write me an email. There's my email address, afacolombia7@gmail.com. If you don't know how to reach out to that girl, then just write me. I want to meet Jessica. I know Jessica, for example, or Jessica I think was her name. She was new, she still doesn't have an ID, so it might be not that easy for you to connect with her. So keep an open eye to our new profiles, which come up every week. Every Wednesday we have the new profiles coming up live on the website, so keep an open eye there, and if not, as I said, send me an email, ask me how to get in touch with her. But usually you can just write her a letter, a correspondence letter through the website. So if you go on her profile, if you see her profile ID, for example, on one of the girls, you can just go on the search engine, on the ID, search by ID, and you give her, put her ID in, then her profile comes up on the right hand side. It says write her a letter. Or you log in into your account if you have already an account with us, and then you can just put add the funds and write her a letter. Or you can set up a video call, a phone call, a video call if you want. We can help you with that, and I do think the video calls are amazing. So if you, I might do another show about that a little bit, but the video calls are just I mean, I would write 1-2 letters and then I would go on a video call, because in a video call, you already, I mean, you'd see me now in a video call, you get a pretty good idea how the person talks, how the person is, what the person looks like. So definitely a video call is much more authentic than just writing letters all the time. And then obviously the next step would be going and meeting. Or if you don't want to do video calls, if you don't want to write anything, just go book a flight, come to us, and we arrange everything while you are here, no problem. You can do that with a couple of months ahead. You can also do it right spontaneously. We try to accommodate as much as we can and as quickly as we can, everything. And yeah, that's what we do. So I think we are pretty much at the end of the show. I will check one more time if you had any other questions. And if not, I will see you in 14 days. So Ray Rush is saying, they don't speak English in South America. I have a few colleagues in employment from Mexico and they used to speak English. The people do speak Rush. There are people who speak English in Latin America and South America. And it's just not that in Colombia and not all over Colombia it's that much. Because still language is kind of a, I don't know, it's not that, like now it's common to learn it in the schools and learn it in the university, but like 10, 15 years ago, that was not necessarily the case. And still today, the women have to have money to pay for the language course, and those language courses are usually not that cheap. So I would say that, for example, if you compare it to Europe, in Europe, everybody speaks English. That is not the case in South America. But there are a lot of people who do speak. There are a lot of women who do speak basic English as well. Everybody basically learns it in school. So usually everybody has a knowledge of some English, and it's also everywhere in the radio and also the movies. Most of the movies here are in English with Spanish subtitles. So the people are very used to the English language. It's just not, they practice it usually that much, because Colombia was a country where not so many foreigners traveled to for a long time. So they haven't been as much in contact with foreigners as, for example, people in Mexico. But there are a lot of people here who speak English as well. It's not that not. So, a little thrown sometimes by the beautiful dress and wearing sneakers, Sly. Sly, that is, I think, a trend, a beautiful dress and then putting sneakers on, because not all the women, it's a trend. It's like what's like up to date right now. And also, I do think that not all the women want to wear high heels anymore. So I do think the women try to be comfortable and wear a dress, like being elegant and being comfortable at the same time. And if I see sometimes the high heels the women wear and what the poor feet have to do, it's just really like a torture. So I do understand the women sometimes want to wear sneakers with the dress, because it's really much more comfortable, and I do think it's a trend as well right now. So the translate from English to Spanish on the letters, yes, we translate in the language you need, but mostly it's English to Spanish if it's a Spanish-speaking country. And if you write to somebody in Russia or in the Ukraine or to any other country, obviously it will be translated from that language back to your language. And most of you guys do speak English, so to most of you it's translated into English. Exactly. Good, guys, then I hope you enjoyed the evening, you enjoyed the show. I hope you could ask a question. As I said, if you have any questions I could not answer, there is my phone number, my email address, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Please reach out to me anytime. And if you have any questions also to the Phoenix team, the 602-553-8178, you get right to the Phoenix office, and then you can dial 0 for the operator, or you can dial for customer service, or for group tours, or for anybody you like. And if you dial 2018, you get to my phone. Okay, then if in case I don't answer, then leave me please a voice message. I will call you back as soon as possible. And guys, yeah, if you have any questions, please let us know. Looking forward to see you hopefully in Colombia. We have one more tour for this year. Be aware there are no more spots right now for the Cartagena tour, but there are always some last minute cancellations. So if you're still interested to go on the tour, you can go on the waiting list, because usually we always have 1 or 2 last minute cancellations. So if you are one of the last minute guys, try to reach out to us, say I want to get on the waiting list, and then I put you on the waiting list, and if somebody cancels, you can get that spot. The guy I was talking to you in the beginning of the show who stayed in Medellin, who got a motorbike, who got an apartment, he was actually one from the waiting list from the Medellin tour. And he just got in the tour a week prior because somebody canceled because of COVID. So that can be also a possibility for you. So if you want that, just get on that waiting list. And if not, come to any other occasions. Like as I said, you can come anytime if you want to travel, whatever. Next week, 10 days in 2 weeks, or if you have no plans for Thanksgiving, then come Thanksgiving and we help you to arrange dates. Yeah? Okay, guys, then have a beautiful evening, a beautiful rest of the week. I see you in 2 weeks. Great. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Lots of greetings from Santa Marta. Bye bye.
Hola, buenas noches. En esta oportunidad nos encontramos con Julia, una hermosa chica que hace parte de las chicas que están en la agencia de Medellín. El ID de Julia es el 207599. Y bueno, Julia, muchas gracias por estar esta noche con nosotros.
Gracias a ti, Manuela, por invitarme a la entrevista.
Perfecto, es con mucho gusto. Y bueno, tenemos a Julia porque queremos hacerles 3 preguntitas así al azar, a ver qué preguntitas le salen y tú nos las contestas. ¿Listo?
Listo. ¿Eres de mente abierta o más conservadora?
¿Cómo te consideras?
Mente abierta.
¿Mente abierta?
Sí.
¿Qué quiere decir mente abierta?
No, mente abierta es que me doy a conocer, me gusta los límites, pero no sobrelimitarme, ¿sí me hago entender?
También estás abierta como a las posibilidades, escuchar opiniones y decir, bueno, no me voy a cerrar totalmente a lo que yo pienso, sino que también a lo que las demás personas opinan.
Total.
¿Esa eres tú?
Sí.
Súper bien. Bueno, miremos a ver qué otra preguntita. Bueno.
¿Cómo sería tu cita ideal? Ay, papucha.
Aquí podemos soñar,
Me encanta que sea romántico, flores, corazones, chocolates.
Eres una mujer muy romántica.
Sí.
Entonces ya saben.
Hoy estamos con Jennifer, su ID es 210297. ¿Cómo estás, Jenny?
Muy bien, muchas gracias.
¿Cómo te sientes esta noche?
En esta ocasión me siento muy contenta, me siento muy alegre, es un espacio muy agradable.
Bueno, me alegra mucho. Jennifer, ¿qué expectativas tienes? ¿Qué esperas encontrarte hoy en este evento?
Realmente espero conocer personas agradables, en la medida que se pueda lograr encontrar el amor de mi vida, alguien con quien pueda compenetrar y poder encontrar el cariño.
Qué linda esas palabras, Jen. Bueno, cuéntanos un poquito a todos esos chicos que te están mirando, ¿a qué te dedicas?
Soy nutricionista, soy de Barranquilla, trabajo acá en Medellín hace ya 11 años, soy una apasionada por lo que hago, me gusta mi labor social.
Qué lindo eso. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Tengo 38 años.
No, una edad súper divina y con ese vestido, a ver una vueltecita con ese vestido, mejor dicho, o sea, un vestido rojo reluciente para esta noche de evento. Ahora vamos a hacer la dinámica de sacar unas preguntitas. Jen, vas a sacar una preguntita. Dale, y ahorita sacamos la otra. A ver, vamos a mirarlos allá.
¿Qué 3 deseos le pedirías a una lámpara mágica?
¡Wow!
El primer deseo sería poder cumplir a cabalidad la crianza con mi hija. Tengo una hija de 13 años. El segundo deseo, poder acompañarla en su caminar. Y el tercero, lograr encontrar una persona con quien pueda disfrutar todo el camino de mi vida.
Qué bonito eso. Vamos por otra preguntita.
¿Cuáles son los valores que más te gustarían en un caballero? Bueno, idealmente el respeto, ante todo una persona honesta y una persona sincera.
Lo más bonito, ya saben lo que está buscando Jennifer, así que chicos, si ustedes se consideran caballeros respetuosos, responsables y amorosos, aquí está Jennifer para poder conversar con ustedes. Jen, otra...
La última. Listo. ¿Eres de mente abierta o más conservadora? Realmente pienso que todo debe tener un equilibrio, ¿cierto? Hay momentos en los que debemos de tener apertura para las situaciones y otros los que realmente se debe ser conservador. Siento que estoy como en un término medio.
Bueno, interesante saber eso. Cuéntame, Jennifer, algo. Si llegas a conocer un caballero de Estados Unidos, ¿tú estarías dispuesta a irte a vivir allá?
Sí, claro que sí, tengo la disposición de poder cambiarme de país.
Y si te preguntan cuál sería tu cita perfecta, ¿qué dirías?
Mi cita perfecta sería salir a cenar en un lugar tranquilo, poder conocer y dialogar primero. Luego del diálogo previo sería muy agradable poder salir a bailar.
¡Guau! Le gusta mucho bailar. ¿Estarías dispuesta a enseñarle a esos hombres?
Claro que sí, soy de Barranquilla, una ciudad alegre y donde sabemos bailar muy bien.
Mover las caderas, como dice la canción de Shakira. Bueno, chicos, gracias Jennifer por acompañarnos esta noche. Ya saben, si desean conocer a Jennifer, una hermosa chica barranquillera dispuesta a enseñarles a bailar, a mover esas caderas, esos hombros. Su ID es 210-297. Jen, un mensajito que le quieras dejar a todos esos chicos.
Para todos les quiero decir que es muy agradable poder darse la oportunidad de conocer una mujer barranquillera, alegre, contenta y que sabe bailar.
Bueno, gracias.
Hasta luego.
Hoy estamos con una hermosa chica llamada Sandra. Su ID es 197996. Sandra, ¿cómo estás? Un gusto saludar.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Cuéntame, ¿qué te ha parecido todo?
Excelente, un bonito lugar y las personas muy lindas. Tenemos la oportunidad no solamente de conocerlos a ellos, sino de conocer otras chicas de acá de la ciudad.
Sí, es una actividad para que puedan reunirse tanto chicas, también amigas y pues puedan conocer caballeros también. ¿Ya has asistido a eventos anteriormente o este es tu primer evento?
Pues la verdad, esta es mi segunda vez. Yo había asistido hace un par de años, mucho antes de la pandemia, y luego se paró todo y dejamos de asistir, pero rico retomar.
No, súper. ¿Y qué expectativas tienes para este evento?
No, muy rico conocer personas de otras partes, pues se trata en AFA de conocer una persona con quien encontrar una pareja, con quien vivir momentos especiales, pero básicamente pues conocernos y compartir culturas, ver qué podemos hacer aquí en otros países.
Qué rico, Sandra, veo que eres una chica muy enfocada y que bueno, sabes lo que quieres. Vamos a hacer una dinámica súper chévere, vas a sacar unas preguntitas de aquí y las vas a leer para que los chicos sepan qué te salió.
Claro que sí. ¿Cuántos son? No, a ver, dice, ¿cuáles son los valores que más te gustaría en un caballero? Respetuoso, amoroso, honesto, una persona alegre, una persona sincera, principalmente una persona que ame mucho la familia, que respete mucho el entorno, su comunidad, todo. Yo pienso que principalmente el respeto y la honestidad.
Sí, es lo más importante, chicos. Si ustedes se caracterizan con alguna de estas características que nos dio Sandra hoy, pues ya saben, envíenle una cartica, anímense a conocerla. Sandra, vamos a sacar otra preguntita. A ver, ¿qué le salió?
¿Eres de mente abierta o eres más conservadora? Me considero una persona de mente muy abierta, pero jamás perdería mis preceptos, mis principios. Hay que tener mente abierta para permitirnos conocer mucho más del mundo sin perder nuestra esencia.
Qué lindo eso, Sandra. Muchas gracias por compartir con nosotros este pedacito, de este momentico, para que esos caballeros que nos están viendo allá puedan conocer más de ti. Ya saben, chicos, una mujer súper hermosa. Ella es Sandra con su ID 197996. Sandra, un mensajito que le quieras enviar a todos esos caballeros que te van a estar viendo.
Bienvenidos a Medellín, disfrútenlo mucho.
Su nombre es Carolina. Carolina, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y ustedes?
Muy bien, muchas gracias. Carolina, bueno, vamos a empezar hablando un poco de ti. Cuéntanos un poco de quién eres, qué te gusta hacer, a qué te dedicas.
Bueno, yo soy directora de un centro geriátrico, llevo 2 años trabajando ya con el municipio de Copacabana, soy soltera, no tengo hijos, vivo con mi madre y con mi abuela, llevo inscrita en la agencia hace un mes, con muchas expectativas, sí.
Bueno, ¿y qué esperas encontrar en la agencia?
Bueno, un tipo muy apuesto, un caballero, un hombre que me brinde una estabilidad emocional, un hombre que quiera también compartir con mi familia y que duremos muchísimo tiempo.
Qué bueno. 3 cualidades que te describan a ti como mujer.
Responsable, amorosa y comprometida.
Súper, Carolina. Bueno, vamos a jugar un pequeño juego y es sacar 2 papelitos. La idea con los 2 papelitos es que respondas las preguntas, las lees y las respondes. ¿Listo?
Bueno, el primero. ¿Hay alguna cultura a la que admires? Sí. Los japoneses. Me llaman mucho la atención porque son muy inteligentes.
Es verdad. Otro papelito.
¿Cómo te describen tus amigos y familiares? Como una mujer muy alegre, una mujer muy simpática y una mujer muy comprometida.
Y bueno, te iba a comentar, si el día de mañana tú encontraras un caballero acá y mejor dicho, se enamoran, ¿tú estás dispuesta a irte a vivir a otro país con él?
Sí, claro que sí.
Y bueno, y te pregunto también un poco ¿te gustaría tener hijos?
Sí, me encantaría tener 2 hijos.
Ay, qué bonito. Bueno, Carolina, muchas gracias por estar esta noche con nosotros.
Gracias a ustedes por esta invitación tan bonita.
Y para los caballeros que están interesados en conocer a Carolina, su ID es el 209952.
Muchas gracias.
Ay, gracias, Karati.